没有一步把它弄下来。 南无萨仁波世界多耶阿拉诃帝三藐三菩提。南无萨仁波世界多耶阿拉诃帝三藐三菩提。
南无萨仁波世界多耶阿拉诃帝三藐三菩提。
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 请放掌。现音响都没有问题了吗？法师、诸位朋友，阿弥陀佛。Dhamma masters and all the people, 阿弥陀佛。Very happy to come back here. 非常高兴再回来这里。我们中国人常常讲说别来无恙，所以3年没有回来这里。这4个字很适合，对不对？So the Chinese has an expression just means how have you been doing? So I haven't come back here for 3 years, and very glad that coming back here. 很高兴看到旧语新知。Very glad to see the good old friends and also the new faces. 这个很多人没有被新冠病毒给打败，还继续留在道场，不容易。Very glad to see that old friends are not defeated by the COVID-19, still stay here. It's a very good sign. 那我是想和大家先谈一谈这个清安法界这个道场殊胜的地方。I'd like to first talk about the nice thing about this monastery. 我在来这边之前是在法界盛世，在高雄的六龟，就是净饭法师在那边。I spent a few days before I came here at our monastery, branch monastery in southern Taiwan. The place called Sec Turtles. And very nice place. It's a monastery on the hillside. 那六龟山是地方很不错，去过的人，我想那个金布是很熟悉的。那边是很好的地方。那法界盛世也是很好的地方，但是我觉得法界盛世比六龟那个法界盛世强的地方在哪里？这个佛殿，这个法界盛世的佛殿没有这个一半大，没有这一半大，所以很挤很挤。我在那边也当法主，站在中间，两旁都是人，不像这里这么宽。The first thing is the Buddha hall here is much larger than the Buddha hall at the monastery at Six Turtles. And the Buddha hall is probably only not even less half of the Buddha hall. It was very, very crowded. Many people attended the Guanyin session there. 那在这个疫情期间呢，我们圣城都没有开放。所以在圣城里头，其实都没有机会面对面跟大家讲话。我们都是因为晚课完以后也没有听经的时间，都是在线上。During the last couple of years, almost like 3 years, CCTV shut down, closed the door, and we didn't have the lecture at the evening ceremony. So we didn't have chance to talk to anyone face to face. 那我们还是主要我用手拿过。We all go online, so I was talking to computer I don't know what the audience expression is, whether they were dozing off, I didn't know. So only two places I have the chance to talk to people, person to person. One is in Six Turtles. 那只有在过去2-3年的期间，我们圣城没有讲法活动，或是我们都是在网上在上课，所以看不到网上的人。究竟他们是不是在打瞌睡，我都不晓得。所以只有在六龟和这里有面对面的，所以你们打瞌睡我都看得见。对。那这个道场，我想在法总20几个道场里头，算是很大的一个道场，除了万华城以外。The Cocos Dharma Realm, of course, is one of the largest branches of the DRBA. CDB, of course, is the largest one. And there's one in Calgary, but that's in Canada, and that is not really used. Other than that, this one is probably the biggest one. 那你们觉得这个道场有什么特殊的地方？我要问问你们。I'd like to ask, what do you think is unique about this place? 我们人往往是在福中不知福啊，所以我要知道你们知道不知道的福。Say that you don't know the blessings you are in, right? You just take it for granted. That's why I ask you this question. I want to know whether you really appreciate how lucky you are, in this area. 是吗？有没有人要讲说一说的？你们觉得这个道场特殊的地方在哪里？没有特殊的，对不对？
我们就道场在黄金地，
黄金海岸。It's true. This place is a golden area.
It's very beautiful here, and the energy is very strong, and everybody has
Yeah. Very
strong monastics and such a strong community spiritual.
Very peaceful place. Right? 所以我觉得一个很特殊的就是这个道场离你们住的地方很近。有没有人需要开车半个小时才能够到的 ？I think one unique place is this monastery is very close to where you live, I believe. Do you need to drive 30 minutes to come here? You don't need that, right? And for 30 minutes to other branches, it's normal, usual, more than 30 minutes. 其他道场30分钟算很短的。我讲六龟好了。讲建富思维晓得，六龟在很偏僻的地方。She says she has to drive for 1.5 hours to go to the Six Turtle monastery. Because it's in the hillside. It's very far away from downtown area. 那六龟那个道场，刚刚建富师就讲说，他要开1个半小时才能够到，因为六龟那个在很偏僻的地方。穷乡僻，不像这里这么方便，是一个很特殊的地方。然后有这么大的道场，这么临近的道场，你在市中心哪里找到这么好的地方？是不是 ？And I'd say it's very unique because this is close to very, you say downtown area, and yet it's so peaceful here. We have a monastery in Sacramento, California. Is the capital state of California. It calls City of Dharma Realm. It's right downtown, but there's not that many trees. It was a motel to start with. It's a motel. It's a big area, okay, more than 100 rooms. Okay, it's a huge resort, but it's just downtown, 那我们法总在 Sacramento 就是加州的首府有一个道场叫做法界圣城，那个是很大的地方，但是那个就在市中心，很热闹的地方，那没有几棵树的，不像这里，还有很多动物，很多鸟，什么的，所以这是一个很特别的地方。那我想到有一个道场，华总有个道场是那个San Jose 那个金圣寺。I think one branch I think about is we have a Ghost Age Monastery in San Jose. It wasn't that far away from downtown area, and it was also a very nice place on the hill. The thing is that all the buildings there is running down. So got the termites infected, so infested. Some buildings are going to collapse very soon. 那我能够想到就是在圣河西那个金圣寺，金圣寺是一个很好的教场，在山上，那离市中心也不远，就像法界圣寺，世界上那个金兰圣寺差不多。问题就是那个金圣寺那里的建筑物，它是原来是一栋是个学校，那建筑物都是很老旧的建筑物，很多建筑物都是白蚁住的，它都快要不能住人了。市政府真的把它列为是危险的建筑，所以不像这里都是新的，对不对？Here are all new buildings, everything, and very nice. The dining hall is such a big place. 这个现在大在哪这么好的地方？那所以大家要珍惜这里啊，是不是 ？That's why I said you should cherish this place. You guys are very lucky. You should cherish it. 那另外就是人方面，从前是持法是在这里，对不对？很多年前，现在是实法是在这里。这两个是我们法种最资深的比丘和比丘尼。And many years ago, you have the Master Chi, who was the senior nun in our association. Now, for the last couple of years, you have Reverend Shu, who is the most senior monk in our association. So, I don't know any other places that so such luck that the senior bishop and bishopness stay there for a long time. This is the only place. Reverend Henshaw even didn't stay at CBDB. He stayed at Berkeley. But when he go back to Berkeley, most time he was traveling. 像施法师他也很少待在省城，他主要是在伯克莱，但是他一回去以后，到处都叫他去了，所以他伯克莱的时间也不多，不像这里他跑不掉，对不对？Here he had to stay here for almost 3 years because of pandemic. So, and another thing I was very impressed was today. I noticed this, the Weno and the assistant Weno was very impressive. 那今天是第一天，我就很惊讶，这里有这么好的维诺和乐众。Here you have only 4 nuns, right? 特别请来。So anyway, it's very unique place. You have wonderful residents here in the monastery. Okay. So that's why I say that you to realize that how lucky you are and come here more often. 所以大家应该多珍惜这个机会，有机会就多到道场来，很难得的，是不是？有的人希望到道场没有办法去，那在台湾那里几个分支道场都只有6柜那个法界圣师 在过去2-3年时间，大部分是开着的。台北那个道场都是关的。There are many branches that closed during the pandemic, and I thought that here you can come here to attend the session. It's very lucky of you. Like the branch in Taipei, I think they are still closed. CDD are still closed. Okay. Luckily, it's going to reopen next month, the 7th. Okay. 黄国城还是关着的，不过就是11月7号会重新开的，所以 anyway, so that's what I want to say about this place, and encourage people to come here, and as much as you can. The person you receive benefit is yourself. 鼓励大家多回来这里共修，那得到的益处是你自己得到的，法师们没有得到什么好处，你不过还是给他麻烦而已。OK， 那我要和大家谈一谈这句话是什么意思 ？So what does this line mean? We say this all the time, right? Every time after the Dhamma request, and do you know what it means? 然后提醒大家一下，看这到底是什么意思？这是楞严咒的第一句，对不对？楞严咒的第一句 ，This is the first line in the Sangama mantra, and we are going to talk about 4 clear instructions on purity, which is from Sangama mantra sutra. That's why I think we need to explain what this means. 那这句咒是那个楞严咒的第一句。那我们要讨论的是四种清净明慧，这个是楞严经的一部分，所以我想大家应该要了解一下这句话到底是什么意思。尤其这里是楞严盛世，对不对？你更应该了解这句话是什么意思。Especially this is Sangama Monastery, and so you need to know at this first line of the mantra, right? It's not moving. Okay. You take reach with all Buddhas throughout the 10 directions. 皈依十方均虚空间一切佛。这是意思，就是皈依所有的佛。So you take refuge in all the Buddhas. And now, 我简单跟大家讲一下，它到底是什么意思。这个南无大家晓得吗？是皈依的。南无 I think you know homage, pay homage to. 萨兰陀是一切。The next 3 characters, 萨兰陀 means all. Okay. 苏切多耶这个可以解释为如来，也可以认为是善事。This is Sugata or Tathagata. 这个大家应该晓得，阿拉赫定、阿罗汉、阿哈特，这是因功。然后呢，三藐三菩提，这个就是正遍知。最后那个谢字是净的意思，所以净虚空遍法界。所以这个其实 ，so the last character means all of them, so to the end of that. 那所以讲起来就是皈依十方所有的佛嘛。It's taken together, you pay homage to all the Buddhas, to all the 10 directions. 那一般我们晓得佛有10号 ，there are 10 epithets, Buddha is 10 epithets. 我们一般没有办法把10号都念出来，那最多 一般常常念的就是前面3个是哈，如来应供正遍知，是不是常常念到如来应供正遍知？这里就是如来应供正遍知，就是这3个，其实就是这3个。There are 10 epithets. Buddha, every Buddha has a 10 epithets. These are the first 3: Tathagata, Arhat, and Samya, Sambodhi. These are the the first 3 epithets. That's why it's mentioned these 3 epithets. 那这个就是这句话的意思，就是和大家提醒大家。几年前我曾经解释过，Many years ago I explained this here. They don't remember. Okay. 那接下来我们就来合掌3称释迦牟尼佛。So let's put our palms together and say the Shakyamuni Buddha saying. 我们来念英文好了。So let's just say English name. Homage to our founding teacher, Shakyamuni Buddha. Homage to our founding teacher, Shakyamuni Buddha. Homage to our founding teacher, Shakyamuni Buddha. Homage to the Srangamam Assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Homage to the Srangamam Assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Homage to the Srangamam Assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. This will read both Chinese and English. 我们这个中文先念，然后再英文。无上甚深微妙法，百千万劫难遭遇。我今见闻得受持，愿解如来真实义。Supreme and wondrous Dhamma, subtle and profound, rarely is encountered even in billions of years. And now I see and hear, accept and uphold. I truly understand the Buddha's true meaning. 那这礼拜是打算和大家谈谈四种清净明慧。And this week I plan to discuss the full clear instruction of purity with everyone. 这个是《楞严经》里头的第6卷。This is in row 6 of this Sangama Sutra. 有人知道《楞严经》有几卷吗？ Do you know how many rows there in the Sangama Sutra? 没有人晓得。No, no. 10 of them. 10卷。Okay. 所以这个是过半，过半。So this is just past half point. 楞严经有10卷，华华经有几卷？ What about Lotus Sutra? How many rows? 7. 7. So Sangama Sutra is longer. Each row usually take an hour to recite in normal speed. 一卷一般用正常的速度去诵的话，差不多1个小时。你诵得很熟的话，那另当别论，对不对？一般在道场里头诵那个速度才1个小时。华严经呢？What about Avatamsa Sutra? 81 80 or 81. Because there are actually 3 versions of the Avatamsa Sutra. Chinese Sutra, there are 3 versions. 那中文其实华严经有3个版本，最老的那是60卷，晋朝的时候。我们现在一般诵的是80卷。And the oldest version is 60-year-old, and the most popular one is 80-year-old, and we are reciting most of the time. 然后另外有个40卷 ，then the new version is 40-year-old. 但是那个40卷是只有入法界品，就善财童子53参，只有那一卷。OK， 在80华严里头，那个入法界品有多少卷？考考你们。Do you know how many rows are there for this entering the Dhamma realm in the 80-year-old version? 从卷60开始，卷60开始。 到80或者81，就是到80，所以有21卷。It's from row 60 to row 80。那为什么有81卷多出来81卷？为什么多出一卷来？Why there are 81? Actually, there's only 80. 你如果留意看看的话，第81卷的翻译的人、翻译者和前面80卷的翻译者不一样。If you pay close attention, the translator from Sanskrit to Chinese is different. The 80 row, the national, than the first 80 rows. 所以告诉你，它那个来源不一样。那个第81卷普贤分院品，那个其实是40华严里头的，从40华严的最后一卷把它拿出来并到80华严。The last chapter, the last row, 81 row, actually was from this 40 row version, was taken from the 80 row version and added to the 80 row. I'm sorry, it was from the 40 row version and put it in the end of the 80 row. 所以那华严经当然是最长的，对不对 ？Of course, Tang Sutra is the longest. These are the 3 most important sutras in the Mahayana schools. 那这个北传的讲的佛法里头，就是这3部经是3部大经，这在南传经典里没有的。You can find these 3 sutras in the Theravada's teaching. 那我们这里接待我们就会谈谈这个清净明慧啊，这4种清净明慧，它有4个。那 so there are 4 these instructions。有没有人晓得第一个是什么 ？Anyone know what's the first one？ 这 renounce sexual desire， 这是第一个，可以断言。第2个呢 ？Second, killing, right? And third one, stealing. 最后一个呢 ？And last one， 还有什么？5戒里头有什么？妄语，对不对？ So it's the 4th claim, and lies. It looks like the 5 precepts, right? First 4 of the 5 precepts. 所以看起来和5戒的前5戒很相近啊，是不是？次序不太一样。5戒第1条戒是什么？杀。The 5 precepts, the first one is the first of the 5 precepts. Killing, right? The sexual misconduct is number what? 邪淫戒是在第几个？第3，对不对？它是杀盗淫妄，killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, and lie. That's the 5 precepts. 那这个4种清净明慧是淫戒摆在第1个，为什么会这样子？给大家看，这是5戒，我现在看一下。这个第5条戒没有在这个4种清净明慧里头 ，so the intoxicants is not included in the 4 clear teaching instructions. 那实际上5戒里头这条戒，这个9戒啊，不是重戒。你不管喝多少酒，你都不会犯重。This precept actually is not a major precept among the 5 precepts. No matter how much wine you drink, you won't commit heavy offense. But these 4, you can commit heavy offense. 其他这4条戒，你很容易会犯重的。但是这个9戒不会犯很重，不管你喝多少酒。所以为什么这个不是那么重要？对，所以在4种清净明慧里头，只有 前面这4个都没有这个纠结。That's the reason why there are only 4 instructions on purity, not 5, right? Because this is not anything major. 那我来问大家就是说，虽然这个除了秩序不一样以外，内容也没有不一样。So besides the orders, it's a little bit different between 5 precepts and the 4 clear teachings, instructions. How about the content? Well, the same or different? Any difference? 也没有不一样。杀盗淫妄。那我们来看看八关斋戒。title of the 8 precepts. Many of you have taken 8 precepts. Right? The 8 precepts you have now 八关斋戒是5戒，再加上后面有3条戒，是不是？ So you have first 5 precepts plus 3 additional precepts become 8 precepts. This is number 6. Okay. 第6、第7是，第8是过午不食。Okay. So this is you don't eat past midday. So these are the 3 additional ones. 那我要问大家一个问题：是前5条戒都一模一样吗 ？So the question is, are the first 5 precepts in the 8 precepts exactly the same as 5 precepts? 你们都答不出来。我每次来都要讲这条的，结果你们都不记得。So it has been 3 years, so you forgot all right? So number 3. This is 5 precepts, sexual misconduct. It's just the same in the 8 precepts. 5戒第条戒是戒邪淫，对不对？那八关斋戒呢，也是戒邪淫吗？八关斋戒是戒淫啊。The 8 precepts is no sexual activity at all. 邪淫跟正淫的差别是。邪淫是婚外关系，男女间的关系，那个邪淫。所以夫妻之间的话，那个算正淫，那个不犯5戒。The difference between sexual misconduct and sexual activity is that sexual misconduct is talking about the relation outside the marriage. Okay, you have actual marital relation that's considered as sexual misconduct, and you break the 5 precepts. But conjugal relation is allowed for 5 precepts. 但是八关斋戒呢，你夫妻之间也不能够有这个房事行为，你在守八关斋戒的时候也不行。So when you are upholding the 8 precepts, even between married couple, you are not supposed to engage in sexual activity. And if you do, then it's a heavy offense. 那其实夫妻之间，你在八关斋戒之间受八关斋戒期间的行淫的话，那个是很重的，很重的。那为什么八关斋戒和5戒有这个差别？Why is the difference？ 这个淫戒和邪淫戒是我们一般的在家戒和出家戒的分野。This is a critical difference between lay precepts and monastic precepts. 在家人你可以成家，对不对？你可以有夫妻，所以允许真淫。但是出家人可不可以有任何行淫的行为 ？So married couple is allowed to have sex, but what about monastic? We need to keep like a single separate. There's no sexual activity at all. 这个八关斋戒就是我们说的在家人的出家戒，它是个出家戒， the A precept actually is the monastic precept, specifically for laity, specific for laity. 那这个是释迦牟尼佛很慈悲，他希望说给在家人有机会能够过出家人的生活、清净的生活，所以包括在这里可以只守一日一夜，对不对？And the Shaolin Buddha was very compassionate. He wanted lay people to experience the monastic life. So he set up this particular precept, and you can uphold it only for 1 day and 1 night. And after that, you don't need to uphold it. But if you want to keep upholding, that's fine. And just 1 day or 1 night will do. Okay. 那这个就是有出家戒，出家戒就一定是不能够有心理的性的。So the monastic precept is not the sexuality is not allowed. 那这就是为什么那个前面的这个四种清净明慧里头，这个也是戒典 ，OK。And in the four clear teachings, this is also sexual activity. Okay? It's not sexual misconduct. And because this is a monastic precept, actually, 这是其实是在家出家戒。这4条说穿了就是比丘的4条中戒。These are the 4 major precepts of bhikshus. 我们在拜忏的时候，你也许会看到说有4众8众，那个4众就指的这4众戒。那8众是比丘尼，比丘尼有8条，他们有比较多的众戒，但是比丘就只有这4条。And in the repentance text, maybe you happen to see that there are sort of 4 heavy offenses or 8 heavy offenses. It's talking about these 4. It's 4. These are the major precepts for bhikshus. Bhikshunis has 8 of them. That's why we say the 4 heavy offenses or 8 heavy offenses. 那大家在拜忏的时候，你会看到这个，那就会了解，晓得了。那4众就指的这个4众。那这个4种清净明慧其实就是比丘的4条戒。So these 4 clear teachings are bhikshus' major precepts. 所以这个4种清净明慧不是要在家人来受的。So these clear teachings are not geared for lay people. Okay, it's for monastics. 那为什么我们还要讲这个 ？Why we want to talk about it? 你懂得这个4种清净明慧以后，你可以去了解这个出家人是不是真的出家人，是不是 ？If you understand these clear teachings, you know whether this monk or nun are real monk or not, whether they follow the precept or not. Right? And for example, like the Japanese, the so-called monastic can marry. You know, of course, you know it's not real monastic. Right? 那在日本的佛教里头，他们的很多是家庭企业，是可以结婚的。你像那个 Zen， 那个日本禅，他们那个是夫妻档，你晓得他不是真正的出家人。And I think that I'm not sure about Australia, but in the US there are Japanese Zen. Usually they are couples, and so you know very clear, you know that that's not really a monastic. 那这是一个很重要的原因。我们了解4种清净明慧的话，我们会有那个责罚业。So that's why it's important that when we study this, we know whether you meet a real monastic or not. 那上人讲过这个 楞严经，尤其这个四种清明会就像一个照妖镜一样。And the Vener Master said the Swama Sutra, especially this book, Clear Teachings, what we Chinese call the demon spotting mirror. What does it mean? 什么是照妖镜？就是说你妖魔鬼怪到这个镜子前面来，它的原型就毕露了。它可以化妆或者就变化成一个人，对不对？但是其实它也就是这个狐狸精，为什么镜的？那到了这个这个镜子前面的时候，它那个狐狸尾巴就露出来了。So what it means that the demons or these wielders, they can transform into like a human, like a normal person. So you won't be able to tell whether this is demon or not. In front of this mirror, they can hide. They'll show up. Maybe like a fox, tails come up, you'll see his tails. Okay. 那这就是一个为什么这个清净明慧为什么重要的。That's one reason why these clear teachings are so important. 那当然，这些清净明慧，你如果是在家人愿意精进修行的话，这也是一个方向，你可以去学习的方向。Of course, if you are a lay person and you want to be vigorous in cultivation, and this is a guideline for you to follow. So, and it's not required, but if you want to advance further, this is something as a guideline. 这个当然不是一定是大家一定要守的，但是是一个大家可以努力的方向。那我要讲之前，我就先跟大家讲一下这个《楞严经》的解释，在中文的话网站里头，你了解的话，第二页全页里头有。The commentary of the Sangama Sutra, you can find it in CDBB USA website. It's a complete translation. 那这个《楞严经》显示是上人很早以前讲的，他在1968年初三开始在讲那个楞严讲修班、暑期班的时候讲的内容，就是这个《楞严经》显示。This commentary was explained by the Vener Master in 1968. It's how many years ago? It's more than 50 years ago, right? 50多年前的事情。That was the first year he came out to explain the sutra to Westerners. 你们还记得他是68年是李相全博士他们把他请出来开始讲经，他原来是个目中生，躲在地下室里头，一直到68年才有李相全博士他们把他请出来。Before 68, the Vener Master was sort of in seclusion. You know, he stayed in the basement, and until 68. Long abstain, and in time he was a graduate student at Seattle, University of Washington, and he and his friends invited the Vener Master to extend the sutra to them. So that was the summer '68. I think it took that 3 months, and the Master extended exactly the Sangama Sutra. Now, 上人就是那个属讲修班，暑期讲修班，就是讲楞严经。那我们到现在听的这个楞严经，还有录音带，就是那时候的，1968年。当时他的对象是一批美国人，年轻的美国人，包括持法师在内。持法师是元老。And the audience at the time, the students, including Thomas Chi, the Bishop She was the first of the 5 monastic.但是 she was very young, of course. 但是大家都很年轻。那大部分都是嬉皮，many are hippies. Okay. 那你想想看，上人对着一批西方人讲这个内念经，他要怎么讲？ So you think about that. You know, more than in '68, now the Zen Master was facing the young Americans, and they know nothing about Buddhism. They don't know Chinese, right? And so how the Zen Master is going to explain the Srama Sutra to them? 那上人当然，上人不是我们凡夫的，他懂得怎么教化。Of course, the Zen Master is not ordinary person. I tell you know that, and he knew what these young Americans need. He was very skillful in teaching these young hippies. 但是因为他对的是都不了解的人，不了解佛的人，所以他一直到现在还叫前世。That's why it's called a simple commentary. They was explained to those people who don't know anything about Buddhism. 那对我们而言，其实是很好的。It's very good for beginners these days. You know, 我记得我开始学佛的时候，我看到上人的前世，我就觉得哇，佛法这么容易懂。So when I began to study Buddhism, I encountered the Zen Master's commentary. I found out, wow, it's so easy to understand. Before that, I couldn't understand at all. 所以上人的这些解释，其实对我们很多人都很有帮助。那对于说我们这个学佛比较久的人，是不是就太简单？那 for those old timers and you have studied Buddhism for many years, are the commentaries too simple? 不一定是这样子，不一定是这样子。I don't think that is the case. 你第一次听过，那么第二次再听的时候，你的了解程度会不一样。The second time you listen to the same thing, same tape, same recording, you learn differently, something different. Okay? 第三次还是有不同的东西。The third time you also learn a different thing. 另外，我觉得还有很重要的一点就是，上人在讲经的时候，他不是光照着经文在讲，他讲的很重要的地方，很重要的东西啊。什么很重要的地方 ？And another important point I'd like to point out is that when the master was explaining the sutras, he was not just explaining the sutra itself. He usually had very important principles in it. 上人常常会打岔，他讲些什么？讲一些修行的原则，修行的重要的事情。什么是最重要的事？What he often will add is the principle of cultivation. What's essence of cultivation? That's usually what we don't know, and we won't be able to do it in the short time. 那这个修行的重要点，其实不是说那么容易我们就能够做到。我记得像上人在讲那个六祖坛林的时候，他讲这个顿教，And I remember the master explaining the Six Petra Sutra. He was explaining the term called the sudden teaching. Usually, the old translation goes sudden teaching. 那这个顿教，他解释什么？他顿是什么？他解释顿是什么？他说顿是断。So the Chinese reads pronounced like a 顿教，顿 is sudden. Now which translation sudden. The new translation uses direct. 顿 and he explained 顿 is 断. Sounds very close, right? 顿 and 断 very close. But 断 is cut off. So what do you cut off? 那断什么？要断什么？断言啊 ，cut off sexual desire. That's why the first clear teaching is, right? 4种经里面第一个就是断 端严啊，讲那个就是修行的要旨。That is the essence of cultivation. If you can cut off sexual desire, you succeed in your cultivation. You probably has already realized some fruition already. 你如果真正的能端严的话，你恐怕已经都证果了。没有证果的话，你开悟也很快的开悟。所以像这个东西，不是一般书常讲，对不对？它会加上这些东西下去。那这个你听一次，你能够断吗？听2次有没有办法断，对不对？所以多听几次，你就慢慢的希望能把它断掉。So that principle like this, very easy to understand, but can you do it? You hear that once, don't think you can do that twice, probably not. You need to be reminded all the time. So that's why I think these simple commentaries are very helpful, even to the old timers. 所以其实上来的前世对那个脑残的老学都还是很重要的。那我要讲的就是说，我这次要讲的这个4种前明会，主要就是根据这个《楞严经》诠释中文和英文。Okay, so you'll see that I follow these two commentaries and the English translation very closely. And another one I think you probably know is this, the new translation of Sangma Sutra. 像这个英文的新的翻译，很多人应该晓得。This is the new translation, and now you can download it free at the BTDS website. 这个是你现在已经可以下载，这个免费下载在我们的佛经翻译委员会的网站可以下载。This translation mainly is, I think, the main character, main author, translator was Debbie Rams. 主要这个翻译是那个阮果洲居士主要的执笔。I remember I participated in this translation, and I was a student. I was trying to learn it. 那我记得多年前的时候，我是刚开始学翻译的时候，有机会和他们一起在学习。那时候应该就是在10几20年前的事情。那时候我们就是只有几个人，其实没有几个人，就是阮果洲居士，还有那个魏博士、邱伟威，净元法师，另外一个张福林，金师也有在参加的时候。I think there was a very small group. I think the Joy Way, and Tamasu Jin Yan, and I think Tamasu Jin Jin also participated, also fully in. And I was a newcomer to that group. 那后来主要就是那个果洲the most important person is David Rams. And at the end, I think he worked together with Dr. Ram Epstein and to get the final version out. 他最后我相信是他和那个易尚全博士2个人最后把这个最后搞定出来。他们2个是大学同学。David and Ram were college students, classmates at Harvard, so they have been friends since college time. So they are very, very close friends, and they work together very well. And they came up with this translation. 他们从大学就是认识的，然后就一路过来，一直都是几十年的老朋友。那 I think when you read this, you know that it's very nicely written English, right? And 那像你读它的英文的话，你会晓得那英文是非常非常好的英文。所以你要学英文、学翻译的话，读那个这个《楞严经》的 新本翻译会有很大的帮助。So if you want to learn English, the really good English, probably American English, and this is a good sutra to learn. Okay. In the sutra text, the translation is taken from this new translation. 那等一下你看到的那个经文方面的英文翻译是从这个新翻译里头，所以那个经文的英文翻译和浅释的英文翻译会有出入的地方，因为是从不同的两个地方来的。So you probably notice that the sutra text sometimes translate differently from the commentary because they are from two sources. So 然后我们现在就开始进入这个经文 ，So we'll start the sutra after an hour. Let's read the Chinese and English. 我们可以讲的这个被挡住了。安南陈一福于大众中合掌顶礼，心机远离，悲心交集。寓意未来诸众生故，祈求白佛大悲普世尊，我今以悟成佛法门，始终修行，得无疑惑。Ananda straightened his robes, and in the midst of the assembly, placed his palms together and bowed. At once joyful and soulful, he now understood perfectly the path his mind has taken. Wishing to benefit the beings of the future, he bowed his head and said respectfully, greatly compassionate were unknown. Now I understand the sadhana for becoming a Buddha. I can practice this method unhindered by the slightest doubt. 这段经文刚讲的这四种气，因为前面是25圣言通。Before the four clear teachings, the text before us is the 25 sages. You know about that. There are 25 sages. They explain how they become enlightened. Okay, and that's followed immediately after that. 那25圣言通，我想大家也不陌生，它是有25位开悟的弟子谈他们怎么开悟的。那第25尊是谁 ？Who's the last one? The 25th sage. 你记得是观音菩萨、观音菩萨。那第24尊的团体部 ，second last one. 大势至菩萨，念佛圆通。Great strength of this heart. Teach us how to mindful the Buddha. So these are the two bodhisattvas at the end. 所以是在25圣言通以后，就开始另一段了。那这里就是阿难尊者呢，在大众中合掌顶礼，他这个一定是起立以后才合掌顶礼，心机圆明，悲心交集，他又伤心又快乐，寓意未来诸众生故，他想要利益未来的众生，这包括我们在内。So I think you can read the English translation very clearly. In English, Chinese usually needs some explanation. And so I don't think I need to read this one more time. You can read it. And I'm trying to explain the Chinese. 大悲世尊，我今以悟成佛门。他说他现在已经了解怎么样成佛的，在这个方法的修行呢，没有疑惑，就对这个修行的方法没有疑惑。所以 when you were saying that he understand how to become a Buddha, and he didn't have any doubt how to cultivate become a Buddha. 这个就是上人的启示。 就是阿难尊者的心里明白了，但是他又想小的成果。So the master commentary said that the Ananda's mind was perfectly clear, and he was not confused as before. He felt a mixture of joy and sorrow. 那为什么会悲心交集 ？Why he feels sad and at times he feel happy? 他悲的是呢，他因为从前他迷失的方向是衰竭的这个涅槃，还有那个。The reason why he sad was that he used to lose his directions. He didn't know how to cultivate. 你记得他被那个摩登圈里给迷住了，对不对 ？Probably remember in the beginning, he was confused by daughter. 那现在他又高兴极了，为什么那么高兴？得到佛法，真正的佛法，他了解怎么修行，所以他非常快乐。He was so happy because he knows the Dharma, he understands the genuine Dharma, and that's why he felt so happy. So the masters and say, truly understand the Dharma is the happy thing. 真正明白佛法是最快乐的一件事情。悲心交集，其实我们也常常会有这种经验，是你快乐到极点的时候，你会很累。You may have experience when you are so happy, you may shed tears. So happy to the extreme and you shed tears. It could be when that one season I was and shed tears and when I was so happy. 我们继续念下一部分 ，Let's continue. 常闻如来说如是言：是为得度先度人者，菩萨发心，自觉语言能觉他者，如来应是。I have often heard say that Bodhisattvas resolve to help others make closing before completing the closing themselves, while the Buddhas, having already completed the closing, act in the world by guiding others to enlightenment. 那个还没有完 ，continue. 我虽未度，愿度末劫一切众生。I myself have not completed the closing, but I vow to bring close all beings who live in the future, in the time of the Dharma's ending. 这边，这个就是很重要的，他这边讲了菩萨和佛的差别。什么？菩萨发现什么？是为得度先度人。So these are talking about the difference between Bodhisattvas and Buddha. And Bodhisattvas, they help others before they become Buddha. And 那这个在翻译的时候，这个度，它是翻译成 closing. This is David Wrong's translation. So you use closing for the sketch do. Do usually is like a ferry over, like the ferry over from the shore to the other shore. Use closing. 这个我们一般在 reference 里面很少看到说这个 do 用这个 closing 两个像渡轮、渡河那个渡一样。我们常常就用 save 救了或者是 rescue. At our time we use save or rescue, and David decided to use closing. 是佛呢，他是自觉语言，他已经开悟成佛了，然后他来觉悟其他人，是如来应是，如来出现在世间，他来度众生。The Buddha has already completed the closing, means he has become Buddha. Then he came back to the world to teach people, so that people can get enlightened. 你记不记得在《地藏经》里头有类似的故事？Do you remember the Urso Sutra? There's a short story very close to this. 地藏菩萨不是在地藏本愿经里头有4个故事，是不是 ？There are 4 stories of the Bodhisattva, first of Bodhisattva. As one of the stories like this. 其中有一个是靠近这个，他有一辈子的时候，他是个小国王，小国的国王，他和邻国的国王是好朋友，记得那故事吗？ So there was one life, as a Bodhisattva was a king, a small kingdom, and his neighbor kingdom was small. He's a good friend of the king of the neighboring kingdom. 那他们这2个国王决定怎么样？一个决定是先渡人，对不对 ？One of them decided to cause other beings first, and the other one decided to become a Buddha first, then come back to save beings. 另外一个他是要先成佛，然后再来度众生，是不是跟这个一模一样？ Is exactly like this? 是图片 exactly the same. 那你们晓得地藏菩萨是哪一位吗？对不对 ？So you know, first of Bodhisattva is which king is the first of Bodhisattva? Of course, the one who decided to help people first, right? He is still a Bodhisattva. 当然是那个他要先渡人的那一位嘛，他还是菩萨。所以这里讲的就是和那个地藏经的那个故事是一模一样的故事。那这个就是阿难尊者，他说他虽未度了，愿度末劫一切众生，所以他是要当菩萨，要当佛。So this is the Venerable Nanda. This is like his aspiration or his vow. He said that even though I haven't completed closing, but I'm about to bring across all beings. So, did he decide to become a Buddha or Bodhisattva? Bodhisattva, right? 那这边这个末劫，我们一般讲末法时代，是Dharma ending. This is the end of the Kalpa, and you notice that this translation Dharma ending. Usually we say Dharma ending age, or Dharma ending age, but then he decided to use Dharma ending, and he didn't think that Dharma ending is a good English. So that's 这个一般我们都会讲 Dharma ending age， 但是David 他其实就是说 Dharma ending 那是更好的翻译，应该作为参考。我们继续念下去，稍微 continue。世尊，此诸众生去佛见言，学师说法如恒河沙，欲设其心入三摩地，因何令其安立道场？愿诸谋士于菩提心得无退去。One by one, the beings of that time will have become more and more distant from the Buddha. As many false teachers as there are saints in the river Ganges will pretend to teach the Dharma. Should any beings of that time wish to guard and focus their minds so that they can enter Samadhi, how may I guide them towards establishing a place for awakening where their practice will be against demonic disturbances and where they will not retreat from their resolve to become enlightened? 他讲的是末法时代，所以众生去佛见言，就我们离开佛陀已经很远了。那怎么样？学师说法，学师说法如恒河沙，就是学师像恒河沙那么多。So this is talking about what the Dharma ending age, that's our time now, and we are very far away from the Buddha. And there are many false teachers, as many as Saint Grace in Genji. They are
pretend to teach the Dharma. And you probably notice about this false teachers. It's probably the first time you see that 这个邪师 they be kinds of 假 false teachers. Another time we probably use deviant teachers. You might see that, but they be use false teachers. 然后预设其心如三摩地，云何定其安立道场？圆诸模式，菩提心度的心。那现在要设这个众生的心，入三摩地就是入定，然后要这样子帮助让他们能够入定的话，要怎么办？怎么样能够安立道场，建这个道场，然后他们可以远离模式，那菩提心不会退转。So the question is that the Ananda want to know how to establish usually we say way place, start, but here it's a place for awakening. 这个道场，常常我们讲的 way place， 那个是我们讲的 Chinglish。way place actually is a Chinglish what we call it. Because there's two characters. This is way,道场. This is field, place, way place. And this place for awakening. So how do you establish the monastery so that the people can enter samadhi and they won't be disturbed by the demons and they won't retreat with their body resolved? So this is the question. 那这个就是那个阿难尊者问的问题：怎么样设立一个道场，然后修行人可以入定，不会受到魔的干扰，也不会退失菩提心。这边就讲到这个邪师说法的文上面，说 the master is talking about these false teachers are like the same grace of the Ganges. 这上面讲的末法是现在的，所以现在有些人都 the master said that we are in this Dharma ascending. So there are many false teachers that pretend to teach Dharma. 上面人解释什么是邪师，自己不明白，说他明白；没有开悟，说他开悟；没有证果，说开悟证果。So this is the master explanation what these false teachers are. Okay. The old translation is deviant. They claim to understand the Dharma, and actually they do not understand. They are not enlightened. They claim they are enlightened. They have not realized sagehood, and they say they have. 那这些其实，在四种清净定位都是第四个，就是打妄，就是打妄。Actually, if you do this, you are violating the number 4 clear teaching. You make false claim. It's right. And 邪师呢，专门讲不对的法，譬如说淫欲是不对的，他说这个心灵是最妙的法门，令人呢，他赞叹这个心灵，让人家找不到真理，不迷惑了，这叫邪师。So the doctrine these false teachers explain are wrong. For example, they explain the sexual desire is the best, it's most wonderful Dharma practice. Okay, they place it and leading people to become confused. Okay. 以是为非，以非为是，这邪知邪见，他的知见不正当，正的说是不对的。邪的说是最好。So what's wrong, they say is right, and what's right, they say is wrong. They have this wrong knowledge and wrong views. 让我们继续念 Let's continue。尔时世尊于大众中称赞阿难，善哉善哉，如所说，不问安立道场，救护众生，末劫成令，如今谛听，但为如说，阿难大众仍然奉教。Then the world now one placed Ananda before the great assembly, saying, Excellent, you have asked how a place for awakening may be established in order to rescue and protect beings who are sinking and drowning during a time of karma sleeping. Listen carefully. Ananda and all the others in the assembly replied that they would respectfully accept and follow the instructions. 那佛陀呢，就在大众中称赞阿难尊者，说善哉善哉，很好很好。你要问说要怎么样设个道场，然后呢要救度众生，众生在末劫的沉溺中，在六道轮回里头。你现在好好的听啊，仔细听，我要解释给你听。那阿难和大众呢，就是好，我们一定奉行，心照奉行。So I don't think I need to explain this. This is clear enough, right? If it's not clear enough, please raise your hand. 这边是上来讲到，就是说，学师是专门站台领域，但是呢，有时候在菩萨的境界，有时候也用一种慈悲爱护众生的心。他知道众生的欲念都很重，所以最初他教化人，令众生断绝欲爱。So the master said that these false teachers they praise sexual desire, and bodhisattva usually don't do that. But sometimes they know that the living beings, ordinary beings, are so heavy in desire, so they do not expect people to end their desire immediately. 那这里就讲到一个故事，我想很多人听过这个云南观音的故事。听的 many people may have heard this 观音菩萨 transformed to be a young lady selling fish. 那这个故事就是观音菩萨他在一个村子里头，这个村子里头的人都不幸福，他想要度这个，就是这个村子里的人。This was a story that there was a village and nobody believed in Buddhism, and Grand Bodhisattva decided to help these beings. 所以他就变化成一个年轻的女子，卖鱼，提着一个银篮子。So he transformed himself to become a young lady selling fish and carrying a fish basket. 那你的村子里的年轻人呢，就大家都喜欢这个卖鱼的人啊，想要跟他求婚。So there are many young men in the village. They fell in love with this young lady. They want to marry her. 但是呢，因为有很多人啊，所以观音菩萨这个云南观音呢，他就想办法，就要这些人去诵经背经。So this young lady that观音菩萨decided some expedient way. He set a criteria for this young man to become her husband, and they have to memorize sutras. Okay, one sutra is not enough. There's still many people memorize the sutra, so she add a second sutra, and second sutra is not enough. You add the whole dose of sutra to it. 他是原来是要大家能够诵普门品，这普门品太简单了，对。那很多人还会诵，所以没有办法，还有很多人，所以他要他们在诵《金刚经》，《金刚经》也还不算那么长，虽然还有不少人会诵， 那最后呢，要他们说，要他们背什么？背《华华经》。有人会背《华华经》吗？So and so at the end, only one person able to memorize the first scripture. 7 rows, right? We talked about that earlier. 所以只有一位可以背得起《华华经》。那要结婚啊，对不对？那结婚的当天呢，婚礼结束了，入洞房了，结果呢，这个女生就马上暴毙死掉了。So they got married, right? And they went to the wedding, and this the bride dropped dead. 所以呢，结果他们要把她送葬，那来了一个老和尚跟他讲说，这棺材里头没有东西了。And they prepared funeral, and the old monk came tell them that there's nothing in the coffin. They open it up, it's empty. 那这是一个故事，他的观音菩萨他用这个隐喻的来引诱这些年轻人能够去背经了。So this is an example that the Bodhisattva uses experience with sexual desire to cause these young men to memorize sutras and become Buddhists. This person who memorized those sutras actually later on become a monk. OK， 那这个最后和他结婚的这个后来也看破了，对不对？就出家了。OK， so that's the end of the story. I think our time is up. So we'll stop here. Are there any quick questions? 那我们时间也到了，如果有简短的问题的话，我们可以讨论一下；要不然的话，就问题留着明天，好不好？You will save the questions for tomorrow. Okay. 啊，你这个上不去。
手机，这个手机。
手机先，我手机都关掉了。
关还不。
我现在听不屑了。你念给我听，我看不到。哇，我这个 cursor 不见了。
阿明老师，我们在线搜集了一些问题，用那个 Microsoft Form 大概应该上面提问，我们搜集一下。今天搜集到一个问题是来自于
明天再谈好不好？今天8点半，也是明天好不好？ Yeah, we'll save the question for tomorrow. It's 8:30 already. 你这个mouse 的 cursor 都不见了，要跑哪里去？
这个图纸。一直光的传念梦净土，三宝是仇恨，下济三诸苦。
你把它 end 怎么样？我这个
哎，你按那个，你这样